Today easily marks one of the most exciting days of my career as a content creator, because I pushed a button that sends out more than 900 emails to all the backers that backed my previous Kickstarter that I've written with JVC Parry. I'm so excited for you guys to get your hands on the adventure, on the Dungeon Master screen, on the dice, on everything that belongs to the Kickstarter, and to see what you think of it and to see what your players think of it. But today is also the perfect day to talk about a new project that I'm working on together with two fellow YouTubers by the names of Wally DM and Dungeon Dad. Hi there fellow roleplayers and game masters, welcome to the Quintessential Guide to Monster Encounters, my next Kickstarter that I will be doing in the near future with Wally DM and Dungeon Dad, two of my favorite YouTubers. They're buddies of mine, and we are creating a guide of monster encounters, basically. And this is the first artwork I've already shown across the internet. And in this video, I just want to quickly talk about what we're going to do and what we're planning to do with this Kickstarter, with the eventual end products. And I want to show you some early artwork that is still in the development stages. So in short, the first big part of the Quintessential Guide to Monster Encounters is going to be 21 encounters written by me, Wally DM, and Dungeon Dad. We're all going to come up with like 7 encounters from our weird brains to paper that are monster encounters and have a lot of environmental stuff going on. Like you can see in the artwork here, there is this desert flower that is attacking this warrior, and the other guy is pulling his friend out of the quicksand while scorpions are attacking the dude. It's just shit hit the fan type of stuff. And we're all going to write our 7 encounters, but then we're going to work together to like make these encounters just like a team effort and to create them and to really make them worth your while to play them. But the most important part about the Quintessential Guide to Monster Encounters is not just going to be flat out encounters. The encounters are going to be set in stone the way they're written, but on the other hand, we're going to include a bunch of tips and tricks across all encounters with like text bubbles and everything to decrease the difficulty, increase the difficulty, stuff you can do with the environment, stuff you can do with the monster. And we want to do that in a way where you can change the encounter to fit your game, to fit your party, to fit you as a DM, without like doing the basic stuff like just changing the armor class or changing the difficulty or the challenge rating of the monster or stuff like that. We really want you to dig into like the environment and what you can do with it and all of that stuff. On top of that, we want to write an entire chapter that basically functions as a mini Dungeon Master's guide for monster encounters, for running them, placing them in your campaign, using them to kind of tie the story together to keep your players engaged. Kind of like Kobold Press did with the Scarlet Citadel book. It is a dungeon crawl, but the first chapter of the book is basically like a Dungeon Master's guide on how to run dungeon crawls. We want to kind of go that route because I really liked it when I read it. Now, on top of that, it's worth stating that all of the monsters in this book, even like the minions that belong to the bigger monsters, are going to be completely original. So you get a book with monster encounters ready to run in your game, no matter what level, no matter what game you're playing. There are going to be unique monsters, unique minion monsters, even freaking magic items, everything you need to run epic monster encounters. By the way, this is a work in progress drawing by Danny Pavlov, the very talented artist that is helping us out with this Kickstarter. You can see there's this big ass frog that is grabbing somebody, dragging them through the swamp while another one is shooting the frog, and there's a guy, a cook, riding a purple freaking frog. And to make all of that even better, we are building a free preview PDF with 3 monster encounters, the 3 you're seeing in this video, for you, free to download from the Kickstarter page once it goes live. And when does it launch? To be completely honest, I don't know. Wally DM doesn't know, Dungeon Dad doesn't know, nobody really knows when it launches, because we want to launch when we're ready to launch. If you want to stay up to date with the project, if you want to be notified on launch, make sure to click the link in the description below, click notify me on launch, and you'd be the first to know when it launches and to back our Kickstarter.